Traditional academics integrated with computer technology. Educational programs that meet the challenges of a changing economy.
Dakota State College, one of the nation's top 10, has been nationally recognized for its progressive, innovative course offerings. Small by design, Dakota State offers computer-enriched courses in math, science, business, liberal arts, and education. Many financial aid and scholarship opportunities are available. Discover your future at Dakota State College. Call or write the DSC admissions office today.
From the Northland Ford Quality Showcase.
Looking for performance? Check out Ford. 87 Car of the Year intercooled Ford-injected Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. Aerodynamic Pioneer, high output 2.3 liters, touring suspension, Tempo GL Sport. GT version of the world's bestseller, Hemi had 1.9 multi-port injected Escort GT. The legend, Ford injected V8, 5 liters, 225 horsepower Mustang GT. And you ain't seen nothing yet.
Join the United States Air Force. Keep the Eagle in the forefront of our country's defense system. This is your Kelloland station.
Class B State Championship game is brought to you exclusively by Guess Wine Motors of Millbank, South Dakota, and Riddle's Jewelry, the Diamond People. Welcome to the Huron Arena, everybody. I'm Gary Weckworth along with Mark Owen, and we'll be bringing you the Class B State Championship game between the Midland Vikings and the Deubrook Dolphins. And Mark, this should wrap up to be, well, what we think is hopefully a pretty good basketball game.
It's kind of funny. It's the David and Goliath there. You got the biggest school, both physically and their height and their size and numbers. Deubrook's got 99, and of course Midland only has 42 students in their high school, and they get a small, quick team. Should be a great game.
All right, you know a little bit more about Deubrook, a little scouting report, something we can look for tonight.
Well, as we talked about, Gary, Deubrook has a big team, 6'4" across the front line, but they're not just big, they're quick. And as Tom Cameron tells us, they've got a great bunch of athletes.
You know, they've put it together game by game this season. We've only lost twice. In one of those ball games, we played a good game. The other one, we didn't play so good. But, you know, we've kind of set our goals through the season game by game, and now here we are in the final game of the season.
The main reason why is a talented front line led by Morris Peterson. The 6'4" senior leads the team in scoring, rebounding, and strangely enough, assists. Morris, brother Matt, and Kenny Wright are all 6'4", but they are more than just tall. These three run the floor extremely well.
We really concentrate on that and work on it in practice with some drills on getting out and sprinting down the court. Even if it doesn't look like something's going to be there, you never know what might happen at the other end. And fortunately enough, our kids that are 6'4", and they can run the court just as well as our guards.
The guards don't just dribble up the floor and then throw it down to the low post. John Hanston, who was hurt in the region semifinals, scored all of his team's points in the first quarter last night. He and Kevin Smith are well-rounded players who each score 8 points per game.
Well, we really depend on our guards for a lot of things. Offensively especially, we've got to be able to hit from the perimeter. Early on tonight, we weren't hitting, and Bridgewater was able to sag in on us, and our perimeter game wasn't there, and so it took away our inside game. We've got to hit from the perimeter to be able to open it up inside.
If the guards are hitting and the big men are running the floor, it's going to be a long night for Midland. But the big key for the Dolphins is defense.
Well, we've got to be able to control the defensive end of the court, and by doing that, we can if we get the rebound and the quick outlet pass, and then we got to be able to run the game, run the ball up the court, and get our fast breaks going. That's when we really do our best offensively.
Deubrook had high expectations before the season ever even started. Now they are just one win away from a coveted State B crown.
Gary, they really remind me a lot of Dakota Christian, a team that won it a couple of years ago. They had the size, they had good, quick forwards who could run up and down the floor. if they play their game, they are really going to be tough to beat. But Midland has not, they're not unaccustomed to being the underdog.
No, they're
little school.
Yeah, that's right. Midland, I guess we talked about before, has to be considered the underdog in this thing coming into the finals. In their first game against Avon here on Thursday, they were down 19-3 in the first quarter, but they came back to win it. In fact, they won 2 more. But I guess with that, they've showed they've got the people to do it. So I guess maybe they deserve to be here. Midland enters the title game as one of 3 teams that appeared in last year's state tourney. Back are just 2 key players from last year's team that finished 3rd. And Vikings head coach Joey Struwe is quick to point out this year's team has a totally different look.
Last year, those are 2 words I really don't like. There aren't many similarities. You know, this year we go a lot deeper than we did last year. We use 8 guys usually most of the time. Last year we only used about 6, so there aren't many similarities between them.
Pat Jones, the 6'4" senior, and Steve Ryman, a 6-foot junior, are Midland's money men this year. Jones leads the scoring output, averaging 15 a game. Ryman comes in adding 14 points a game. The 2 also combined for over 15 rebounds a contest.
We pretty much will let anybody shoot the ball, you know, but Pat and Steve have been doing it for us most of the year. And last night Wade did it for us. Tonight Wayne made a big bucket for us. You know, we like to key our offense from our defense. We pick things up on defense, and that seems to get our offense flowing better.
Midland finished 10th in the final B poll and entered the title game at 20-4. Now, defense wins ball games for Midland, and Struwe knows that'll be the key tonight. And despite Deubrook's height inside, Midland will be forced to go to man-to-man.
Well, when we get in ruts, we're not paying attention to what we're doing on defense. We lose assignments, you know, people get open, we don't pick them up, and they get easy baskets off us. So that's what really hurts us worst.
The Vikings will use some full-court zone presses at times, but rely heavily on that man-to-man pressure. The Vikings have to be tabbed the underdog, but are confident in themselves for their character to stay in games.
Oh, yeah, they got a lot of character. I mean, these kids, they showed it last night. They showed it tonight. You know, they never give up. And when the opportunity arises, they take advantage of it. I guess it's always a surprise. It's real tough to make it this far. You know, it's not easy. You got to do a lot of hard work, and it's been a long time since we started the season. And, you know, I just told the kids they have to believe in themselves and be a team, and that's what they've done.
Watch for the man-to-man tonight. They're going to have to do that, or else they're going to be in trouble.
One thing Midland does have on Deubrook, they were in the state championship or state tournaments last year, ranked #1 all year. They might know how to handle this pressure a little bit better.
They just might. It'll be the Midland Vikings against the Deubrook Dolphins for the Class B state championship. We'll have the starting lineups for you when we come back.
Hi, Jim Guesswine here with a really good selection of luxury automobiles available here at Guesswine Motors. The Chrysler Fifth Avenue Series, great selection now in inventory, and the drive to come on into Guesswine Motors will definitely save you some money. A lot of car for the buck there. Prices will never be better. 1988 New Yorker Landau Series vehicles, all new for 1988. Tremendous car in the luxury car market. Elegant automobile in all respects. And we here at Guesswine Motors will not be undersold. Best selection always at Guesswine's in Millbank.
The crowd is cheering for a great South Dakota tradition. Genuine Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, gold and silver jewelry from Riddle's Jewelry. Right now you'll save up to 20% on Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, Black Hills gold and silver, and Black Hills silver. Save on rings, pendants, and earrings crafted from the finest Black Hills gold and silver. Black Hills gold and silver creations, a South Dakota tradition at an affordable price from Riddle's Jewelry.
We are back at the Huron Arena, just moments away from the starting lineups of tonight's Class B championship game. The Deubrook Dolphins against the Midland Vikings. Mark, I suppose we should say, figure out people looking on a map to find out where Deubrook is. It's a consolidation.
Right. Deubrook is a combination of Dual County and Brookings County. It's White.
And Toronto.
Toronto,
yeah.
There we go. And as far as Midland, they're out in there between Phillip and Pierre.
All right, let's go to public address announcer Jeff Duffy with tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the championship game of the 1988 Boys Class B Basketball Tournament. The championship game features the Deubrook Dolphins and the Midland Vikings. We will alternate the starting lineups for each school. We'll start with a forward for Deubrook, a 6'4" senior, number 53, Kenny Wright. Starting at a forward for Midland, a 6'4" senior, number 20, Pat Jones. At a forward for Deubrook, a 6'4" junior, number 51, Matt Peterson. At a forward for Midland, a 6'2" senior, number 34, John Selchert. Starting at center for Deubrook, a 6'4" senior, number 31, Morris Peterson. Starting at center for Midland, a 6'3" senior, number 40, Richard Butler. Starting at a guard for Deubrook, a 5'11" junior, number 21, Kevin Smith. Starting at a guard for Midland, a 5'8" sophomore, number 22, Todd Larson. Starting at a guard for Deubrook, a 5'9" senior, number 23, John Hansen. Starting at guard for Midland, a 6' junior, number 30, Steve Ryman. Deubrook is coached by Tom Cameron, assisted by Mike Knust. Midland is coached by Joey Struy, assisted by Mike Ruth. Officials for our championship game tonight, Gary Frankenstein of Howard, Bob Kreitlow of Stickney.
So there you have it, the starting lineups, and we talked about it earlier. Height is going to be a big problem for Midland tonight.
Gary, I think a real key to the game is going to be Pat Jones. Pat, not just because of his offense, he's a leading scorer for Midland, but also because of the fact that he guards the best big man on the other team. Last night he did a great job on Zephyr. Tonight, you know who he gets to guard, Morris Peterson, who's one of the finer all-around players in the state. You got a guy that leads his team in scoring, rebounding, and assists. That's the funny statistic there. But Jones is jumping at center against Peterson, and he's going to be a big, big key. That matchup right there at center court.
All right, here we go. This for the big one, the Class B State Championship of 1988. Midland wins the tip, and we're underway. John Selchert on the left wing against the zone now for Deubrook.
Deubrook drops back into a 1-2-2 zone.
Shot up by Jones, no good, and a rebound comes down to Kenny Wright. Quickly to the other end, Morris Peterson. His shot from 10 is good, a 2-0.
They're going to have to get back faster than that. These guys love to run.
Foul down low on Morris Peterson. That's his first.
Didn't even look like they had a fast break opportunity there, and they still pushed it down the floor.
Full court press now put on by Deubrook to try to create some turnovers. And Midland, it doesn't seem to bother him. Steve Ryman bringing the ball up for the Vikings. John Selchert on the left wing. This is Pat Jones. Jones got some baseline room. His shot is no good. And it'll go Deubrook's way.
Jones, their best offensive player in terms of moves to get open. He's got a great turnaround, and you saw a nice move on the baseline. Just couldn't get the ball to go in, though.
Kevin Smith controlling the offense for Deubrook. And that's Matt Peterson. Trying to get inside to Kenny Wright. There's Peterson. Matt's shot is no good. And hustling forward is Matt again. But ball knocked out by John Selchert, and Deubrook will keep control at their own end.
You know, Deubrook almost has 5 guards out there, the way they all can handle the ball. Just happens to be the 3 of them are 6'4".
Inside pass knocked away, and Midland gets a turnover. Deubrook leading 2-0. Todd Larson's shot is off, and rebound Matt Peterson, and here they come. All the way, it's not going to go, and a foul on 22, John Larson. So right away, Deubrook trying to get in the game, trying to run a little bit.
It's a first foul on Todd Larson. And again, it's just amazing how Deubrook tries to force the issue. Look at him slice right through, and Todd shouldered him. If he had just, it takes some courage to stand there and take that, but had he done that, it would have been an offensive foul.
Morris Peterson from 3, no good. And it'll stay Deubrook's end. Knocked out inside by John Selchert.
You're wondering why Morris is shooting from out there. He's a 40% three-point shooter.
Using the height on the inside, bounce play didn't go. John Larson comes up with it. Todd, that is. Here's Steve Ryman. He got it to go.
Nice play.
So we're tied at 2 with 5:48 to go in the first quarter. This is John Hansen. Inside to Morris Peterson. He gets the roll. And some turnovers down low. The press works. Peterson's shot is good. So Morris Peterson having all 6 of Deubrook's points in the early going. But Midland quickly to the other end. Ryman again. He goes all the way.
He says, take that. We can run too.
Deubrook leading 6-4. Shot is good by Matt Peterson.
Look like either team is all too terribly nervous so far, does it?
No, not at all. Inside to Pat Larson. His 10-footer is good.
There is what we were talking about before. Jones with a great offensive instincts when he gets in close to the basket.
Pat Jones' first bucket of the night. 8-6 Deubrook. Here's Morris Peterson. Nice drive inside. Doesn't get the roll that time, but a foul.
Now, Rich Butler a little upset, number 40. Rich needs to get off to a good start. He's an emotional kid. If he gets off to a good start, he is going to be tough.
Fouls on Pat Jones. That's his first. So Morris Peterson will go to the line to shoot 2.
He's a 69% free throw shooter. With 1,141 career points. Obviously leads Deubrook history.
Got the second one to go. A 3-point lead for Deubrook, their biggest. Steve Ryman trying to get things to work inside, but a foul is going to be called on John Hansen. That's his first.
John playing at about 75%. He hurt his knee in the region semifinals. Didn't even play in their region championship game and played sparingly the first game. Last night he had all their points in the first quarter.
Shot from John Selchert from three-point land isn't good, and a foul is going to be called on Steve Ryman.
Steve.
That's his first.
A little over-anxious, went over the back. I think Steve knows that was a silly foul. Steve is a guy that'll play all 32 minutes if you let him, perhaps even more. They had 2 region games, Gary, on Monday. Both of their games on Monday, and he played all but a couple of minutes of both games.
John Hansen again outside. Here's Morris Peterson from 10. He's got it. So Morris having a big night in the first quarter. And a turnover, jump ball called. It'll go Deubrook's way, and that full court pressure giving Midland some problems.
Giving them lots of problems. They've got all the momentum right now, Deubrook. Peterson with 9 of their 11 points. Should we say the Petersons with all 11, Morris with 9, Matt with 2.
Pass deflected. John Selchert with a turnover from Midland. And the Vikings could use a bucket here. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Here's Todd Larson. Trying to get it inside to Pat Jones. And they're collapsing in on him, and that'll go Deubrook's way.
Just tried to force it into Jones. He wasn't open. Good defense by the Dolphins, and as we heard in the pregame show, that's the key to their team. They take more pride in their defense than they do their offense.
Inside, Kenny Wright. Can't get it to drop. Got his own board, but a super block by Rich Butler. And the Vikings need a big game from him.
7 points last night, including 2 key free throws down the stretch.
Todd Larson for 3, no. John Hansen with the rebound and knocked off a Midland player, so the Dolphins hang on to it. So Midland at this point seems to be doing a decent job keeping them off their running game. Shot's good by John Hansen.
Another key to Deubrook is if those guards can hit those shots, that really opens it up on the inside.
13-6 our score. Here's Steve Ryman. Quick pass inside to Butler. Can't get it to drop. Ryman mistimes his jump, and Deubrook comes up with the rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball call, and we'll go Midland way. So John Selchert hustling there.
Papa Steve, who's the principal, is here. He's proud of the way his son is playing.
Larson again from three. Can't get it to go, and run down by Butler, and foul for walking.
Boy, Midland's got to dig in and play some defense here, Gary. They can't afford to get way behind this Deubrook team.
Deubrook 13-6.
It's not to say they couldn't come back, but
Matt Peterson can't get it to go, and Ryman comes down with the rebound. Looks like Midland's gone to some sort of a zone to try to keep things slowed down inside.
they tried a zone against Avon, and they were behind 19-3, and they said, forget it.
Selchert gets nothing from three-point land, and Morris Peterson on the break. Nice move. There it is inside. A great break. Can't get it to drop for Kevin Smith, and a big break for Midland.
Like I said, they got 5 guards out there. That's unfair to have somebody that big be able to dribble the ball that way.
Here's Pat Jones. Can't get it to drop. Good follow, but no luck. And Morris Peterson again. Goes all the way and gets fouled by Rich Butler.
Exactly what they did in the second half last night. Once they got going against Bridgewater, they got the rebound, and within a matter of about 2.5 seconds, they were down the other end.
Matt Peterson from 3. Can't get it to drop. Jones with the rebound. Minute 12 left in the first quarter. Butler.
Rich.
Can't get it to go. And again, Deubrook running. Kenny Wright.
And he was right on that one.
15-6 Deubrook. Ryman inside to Selchert. Turn around off the glass. No good. Butler with a good offensive board hanging in there.
Ryman's just going to take control of it himself.
Butler again, no go. Can't buy it. 29 seconds left in the quarter, and a foul at midcourt on John. No. Foul going to be on John Hansen. That's his second. So 26 seconds left to go in the quarter. Deubrook leading at 15-6. Midland having a tough time buying a bucket tonight.
Midland shooting just under 20% right now in the quarter, Gary. That's not going to win you many ball games.
Well, they aren't out of it yet either.
Nope. So, well, they were down, like we said, to Avon. 19-3. They trailed 54-40 early in the fourth quarter and came back to win. But again, you don't like to dig yourself in a hole. They trailed New Underwood by 23 points in the fourth quarter and missed a shot at the buzzer to win.
Mike Hulspas checks in for Deubrook, number 35. Pat Jones for 3. Ryman runs it down.
Down to 5, 4, 3. He doesn't know. Steve, shoot it.
Off the glass. No good for Ryman. So after one quarter, Deubrook leads Midland 15-6.
Hi, Hi, Jim Guesswine here with the all-new 88 Eagle Premier available right here at Guesswine Motors. European styling, great performance, good fuel economy, a 6-passenger family automobile with a lot of room, and thousands of dollars under competition. And also we have the 1988 Dodge Dynasty, a tremendous quality automobile from Chrysler Corporation, front-wheel drive, 6-passenger, and again, thousands of dollars under competition. Volume prices, whatever you're looking for, we'll show you the right car at the right kind of money at Guesswine's in Millbank.
The really exciting news is the great savings and fantastic guarantee on engagement sets, wedding sets, and wedding bands at Riddle's Jewelry. Right now, you'll save up to 50% off any engagement set, or wedding band that you choose at Riddle's Jewelry. And they all come with a written lifetime guarantee against loss of the diamond. Shop Riddle's Jewelry for savings of up to 50% and a written guarantee on engagement sets, and wedding bands. The news is savings at Riddle's Jewelry.
Midland 15-6 mark. Is Deubrook doing what they want to do?
Deubrook certainly is doing what they want to do, and Midland's not doing what they want to do. Midland only 3 out of 17 in the first quarter. That's like 17%. Not good at all, and Deubrook is trying to run the ball down court. Even when they haven't gotten a fast break, they've gotten it down there quickly enough. They've got Midland in foul trouble. Midland's got 14 fouls already.
Midland still
court pressure's been very effective.
Yeah. Still in the zone now. The Vikings are. Got away from a man-to-man a little bit and trying to slow things down inside. Here's Kevin Smith. Morris Peterson with a great board and a super basket. Morris having a great night.
He's in double figures already, and Midland's got 6 as a team.
Inside, no go. Turnover. Here comes Deubrook trying to run. Kevin Smith wisely hangs on to it.
Nice play.
Traveling. So it's an 11-point lead for the Dolphins. Here's Mike Hulspeth, and he walks. So Midland faced again, trying to have to break that full court pressure and trying to get some offense going. Quickly to John Selchert, and he goes all the way and be called an offensive foul. His first of the ball game, and a tough break for Midland as Kenny Wright takes the charge. No, going the other way.
Yep.
You're going to call Kenny Wright on the foul now, blocking.
I thought they had called the charge too, but they changed their mind. And Selchert, who is an 80% free throw shooter, needs to make a couple here for the team.
Got the luck of the rim there.
John averages 7 points a game.
Got only 1. Rebound to Matt Peterson. Cuts the lead to 10 at 17-7, Deubrook. Steal. And Midland getting back into the ball game here. They could use a bucket here. Kenny Wright cleaning up on the boards.
Another good move by Jones, but they just can't get the ball to go in. They were 3 of 18 from the floor in the first quarter. 16%.
Shot by Hulspeth is off. Pat Jones with the rebound. Wayne Nelson is checked in. That's in with the ball for Midland.
And Wade Nelson is set to come in. Hansen will come back in for Deubrook when they have a stop and play.
Vikings trying to get it inside to Pat Jones. Back out to Ryman for 3. Got it.
They needed that one. Ryman, their best all-around athlete, says, give me the ball. I'll take care of things.
Cuts the Deubrook lead now to 7 at 17-10.
Ryman had 23 points in the second half against Avon.
And a foul inside is going to be called on Rich Butler. First quarter statistically now, if we can look back at that and just show you some of the things that have caused some problems for Midland. There it is, 3 for 18 shooting.
And Deubrook with only 2 turnovers. So those are the 2 keys right there. The bottom one on the right for Deubrook and the top one on the left for Midland. You just don't win any game shooting 16%. But there's still plenty of time. They're down only by 7 points early in the second quarter.
Morris Peterson at the line for Deubrook. And he gets the first.
He's got a dozen points already. Actually hadn't been scoring that many, even though he was the team's leading scorer so far in the tournament. He only had 27 points, well below his average.
Got the second, and it's now 19-10. Deubrook by 9.
Morris scored 20 points a game last year as a junior and 19 points a game this year.
So Steve Ryman trying to get the offense going. This is Wade Nelson. Just checked into the ball game. This is Wayne Nelson. Hops from 15, and he got it to go. So Wayne Nelson brings the Vikings back within 7 with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Wayne had the key bucket last night that won the ball game for him.
Matt Peterson. His 4th point of the night. Wade Nelson looking for Jones. He's got him way outside. Obviously, they want him inside a little bit more. But the zone is forcing Jones to go outside. Here's Butler back to Nelson. And air ball.
Whoop.
And that'll go Deubrook's way. So Wade Nelson.
You hear it from the crowd when you do that. Strangely enough, Wade last night, coach was getting ready to take him out of the ball game. He had a sub sitting over here in front of the bench to go in for him. Made a basket. Got fouled. Missed the free throw. Got the rebound back. Put it in. Got fouled. Made the free throw. 5-point play. And Joey says, I don't know if I should take him out now. You don't see too many 5-point plays.
This is Matt Peterson. John Hanson, no go. Jones fighting for the rebound inside with Matt Peterson, and it comes down to Smith inside to Kevin Wright. Kenny Wright got it to go. And it's now 23-12. Deubrook enjoying that 11-point spread again. Nice super play. Wayne Nelson gets the bucket.
Well, he's provided some instant offense off the bench, but they're down by 9. They got to play good defense. Joey Story says if we play good D, we're going to win.
John Hanson, his 4th point of the night, and it's an 11-point spread again, 25-14.
You're not playing good D when there's a wide open shot like that. It's one thing if a team is red hot and you got your hand in their face. But Hanson was wide open.
Also in for Midland now is Jason Selcher, number 14. He is a 9th grader.
Well, those guys are a spitting image of each other, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. The underclassmen provided a lot of excitement during this tournament throughout the 3 days.
We have had some great games here.
Blocked by Morris Peterson, and Deubrook is off and running. Midland doing a fine job clogging things inside. Turnaround jumper by Matt Peterson, no go. Morris there with the tip, but a foul inside is going to be called on Matt Peterson, his first.
And more importantly, that's 5 on the team, so we have the bonus for both teams for the rest of the half. Watch him come crashing in there for the rebound. The shot a little bit short. 51 on the tip. Comes flying through the air and bang into Jones. And Pat, who's a very good free throw shooter, is going to get a chance to get his team back within 9 if he could make both free throws.
2:40 left to go in the first half. 25-14. Deubrook leading Midland as Jones's free throw is off and Morris Peterson with the rebound.
Put the whammy on him.
Turnover score. Pat Jones coming up with it for Midland, so the zone working down there for the Vikings. Wayne Nelson off balance, no. And Jason Hansen with the rebound.
He almost made what turned out to be a pretty poor shot.
Mike Huspis.
Huspis has been a real spark plug off the bench for the Dolphins, who incidentally got a telegram from Joe Robbie and the Miami Dolphins wishing them good luck before the tournament started.
Well, that was nice. Wade Nelson's shot is off, and rebound to Kenny Wright.
Apparently the way they got their nickname is, all I can figure is Flipper was the most popular show in town.
Right, in the late 60s, the student body voted on it when they consolidated.
I think the Wildcats and the Vikings or something like that were the team nicknames from White and Toronto, which doesn't exactly add up to Dolphins.
Working the baseline is Wayne Nelson, and he can't get it to drop. And again, the poor shooting of Midland is hurting them in this first half. Down 27-14, a minute 12 to go in the first half. John Hansen passes up a three. But Matt will take it from 15, no good. Hulsevus with the rebound, and knocked away by Steve Ryman, and Midland comes up with a turnover. So 50 seconds to go. Ryman inside to Jones this time. Turn around. Not enough.
Pat's game is definitely off so far here in the first half.
Morris Peterson with the foul. Steve Ryman will get him down low. Now they're going to call it on Jason Selchert. His first.
That was vintage Deubrook right there on the fast break. Watch how they get the ball to Peterson on the wing. It cut in, and you're either going to make the layup or get hammered. He got hammered.
So Morris Peterson, the big gun thus far in the first half for Deubrook, goes to the line with 37 seconds left. And a 13-point lead. He misses the first. Second gets the luck of the rim.
You know he's a good shooter to have that happen.
28-14 now. Deubrook with 30 seconds. They lead. Midland with the ball. Jason Selchert no good.
And I imagine Deubrook will hold for one. Down to 15 seconds. Down to 10.
And a foul inside is going to be on Jason Selchert again. That'll be his second. Two quickies.
I think the Vikes would just like to get the half over and get to the locker room. Every time I say Midland, I almost find myself saying Tumblers. I mean, that's another look at the foul.
Well, John Selchert, Jason's brother, is one of the Tumblers.
Right, he's the only one. And strangely enough, he is not a Midland native. He's only been there a couple of years. His dad was coach of Gettysburg in the state football tournament a couple of years ago.
Last second shot, no good. Kenny Wright goes the other way, and it isn't going to go.
He had good aim on it, just a little bit short.
Well, we're at halftime of the Class B state championship game, and Deubrook leads Midland 28-14.
Hi, Jim Gaswine here with the largest selection of mini wagons around, available right here at Gaswine Motors. Always a good selection of new ones, 24 now in stock and more on the way. If you're looking for a real buy in a mini wagon, the drive to come on into Gaswine Motors will definitely save you some money. New ones priced from $11,999, full price to you, including air conditioning. Looking for a used mini wagon? Always a super selection. Right now, 9 of them on the ground, and we'll sell you the right one at the right kind of dollars. Best selection, best prices, Gaswine Motors, Millbank.
The crowd is cheering for a great South Dakota tradition. Genuine Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, gold and silver jewelry from Riddles Jewelry. Right now, you'll save up to 20% on Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, Black Hills gold and silver, and Black Hills silver. Save on rings, pendants, and earrings crafted from the finest Black Hills gold and silver. Black Hills Gold and Silver Creations, a South Dakota tradition at an affordable price from Riddle's Jewelry.
We are back at halftime. Deubrook leading Midland 28-14. This is the Class B state championship game. Earlier this afternoon here at the Huron Arena, consolation champions were crowned. And let's look back at the 7th and 8th place game as well as the consolation championship game.
Sioux Falls Christian jumped out to the early lead, as they have all year. Good balance was the key for Gene DeHaan's team. But Warner, behind the hustle of Billy Lieberman, rallied to take the lead. Greg Fischbach led the Monarchs with 22 points. But the top-rated Chargers regrouped. 4 of their 5 starters were in double figures, as Sioux Falls Christian salvaged a victory 69-63.
It makes a big difference to us to have won this ball game. I think we can end the season feeling very happy because we had a good season, and then to come up here and if we would have lost this ball game would have changed it. I think it really helps us a lot to have won this ball game. And the guys played really hard all 3 ball games. It just didn't, you know, the last few seconds we could have had a basket. We would have won my ball game, you know, so it was that close, but we just didn't quite make it.
For Warner, after a slow start in the tournament, they did come back to play some pretty good ball with a very young team.
Well, we're real young, and I think our outside shooting has been hurting us quite a bit. And in this tournament, we just had trouble getting the outside shot to fall. And we played some pretty good basketball at times. I think that their youth really showed up, though, in the end.
Warner finishes up 15-6 on the year, while the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers go 21-3.
In the consolation championship game, Avon took advantage of some Selby first-quarter turnovers to race to a 13-point lead they never relinquished.
We can go home with a plaque or go home with a trophy. It says a trophy will look better in the trophy case than a plaque.
Both these teams were expected to be playing in the championship round, but for Avon, losing to Midland in the first round was a tough loss.
It wasn't really down the stretch. Sure, we missed the free throws, but I felt we didn't play well about halfway through the second quarter and most of the third quarter. We didn't play very well, and they started gaining momentum. We needed to play a good third quarter against Midland that when we were ahead 11.5, and we did, and I told them that. And they just got hot. We'll put it bluntly, they got hot.
That 13-point first-quarter lead was pushed to 22 in the third when Kevin DeYoung, one of 8 seniors, started a run that Selby could not recover from. The Pirates then end the year 21-4 with a 63-44 win.
We wanted to run them. That's how come we came out pressed. We're going to start out 50, but then we're going to go pressed and make them run because they look tired, and maybe create some turnover, make them work hard, and then get the ball out and run with it, get some easy shots, easy layups, you know, and just keep pushing them. And maybe that fourth quarter, those shots are going to fall short if they get hot. But we didn't want to go in that half-court offense.
And like most teams that end up playing in the consolation bracket, coming back and winning 2 to end the year makes that first loss a little easier to handle.
The guys feel a lot better right now. They feel that with the luck, you know, I don't know if we would have beaten Northwestern or not, but, you know, we could have maybe been facing Deubrook. We thought maybe we facing Deubrook, we'd have given them a pretty good game.
Third place game tonight, Mark, that just got over. Bridgewater against Northwestern. Opening tip right away. Barry Woolman drives and gets the field goal as Bridgewater raced to a 10-2 lead in this ball game.
Back came Northwestern. Scott Bucklehide has really been a shocker. Not really a shocker to those who saw him in practice and in the regions, but he has been a hot pistol, and he gets him right back in the ball game.
Bridgewater kept things going. Ryan Geisher with the steal, and he will go in for the layup. And Bridgewater led it by 5 after the first quarter.
Geisher really played a much better ball game tonight. And watch the pass. Great pass inside to Todd Anderson for an easy basket.
Northwestern got things rolling, though, in the second half. Kent Marquardt with a turnaround jumper right there, and Northwestern took a 45-42 lead in the third.
Doug Eppert gets the roll, and he is fired up about it.
Geisher again got a 3-pointer for Bridgewater. They just kept rolling it up, 56-53 the final. And let's go back now. Spirit of 6 is going to be awarded here in halftime, and that's always a special moment. Let's pick up public address announcer Jeff Duffy again.
Spirit of 6 award. The Spirit of 6 award was created as a memorial for the 6 girl cheerleaders from Rapid City who lost their lives in an airplane accident while returning to Rapid City from the 1968 Boys State A basketball tournament. The award is based on the cheerleaders' abilities displayed in the areas of crowd control, sportsmanship, enthusiasm, dress, behavior on the court, and behavior off the court. Gene Hart, 3rd Vice President of the South Dakota Peace Officers Association, and Huron Police Captain Phil Vandewally from the South Dakota Peace Officers Association are proud to present the trophy in memory of the 6 Rapid City cheerleaders to the cheerleaders from Northwestern High School. Cheerleaders for Northwestern are Michelle Clemens, Amber Peterson, Valerie Tolstad, and Brenda Torrance, their advisor, Kim Carson. This year's Spirit of 6 winners for the State B tournament, the Northwestern Wildcats.
Gary, after all these years of covering tournaments, it still is one of the most exciting moments. Those cheerleaders, that's their state championship, and look at the sportsmanship. I'd say they're pretty happy about it.
I would think so. Well, while the Northwestern cheerleaders enjoy a fun evening now for them, we're about ready for second half of the state championship. Deubrook leads Midland 28-14. We'll be back.
The South Dakota High School State B Basketball Championship is brought to you in cooperation with the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
You know, Harry, these steam flake soybeans are amazing. How can CFS seal all the fat in these flakes? Guess they know what they're doing at CFS. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing when I'm feeding CFS-based mixes and flakes. This ought to be good. I'm feeding the lowest priced high-fat feed on the market. My stock's still doing better than it ever did on meal or commercial feed. You really are sold on CFS products. Still can't understand how they get all that energy in these little tiny flakes. You want some?
You don't need a fistful of dollars to shop Boots & More's first anniversary sale. Wrangler jeans start at $14.99. Bailey straw hats are 25% off. Western shirts start at $14.99. Boots as low as $29.99. For a few dollars more, buy boots from Tony Lama, Texas, and Capizio. Boots & More, your Wrangler store next to Mr. Big and Tall in the North Cliff Plaza.
There you see the Northwestern cheerleaders holding on to their Spirit of 6 championship trophy.
Joey Struy just walked by and said, one more comeback, guys. One more comeback. Joey had a bad dream last night.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe he's going to get mad at us for probably telling this, but this morning I asked Joey, hey, did you get any sleep last night? And he said, yeah, I slept pretty good, but I had this terrible dream. Of course, we're referring to the fact that Deubrook is so big and so fast, and we even got him to own up and say, we lost, it was a close game, but his team has had some spirited comebacks, and don't count them out. They were down, as we said, 23 points in the fourth quarter to New Effington, and came back only to lose at the buzzer. You know, I can't imagine being down 23 points in the fourth quarter. I can see maybe a dozen.
Well, Joey added his dreams usually don't come true, so.
Another good omen.
Right.
There's the Dolphin, who's had a lot to flip about this evening. Let's take a look at the highlight, or the stats here at halftime, and then tell you why the Deubrook Dolphins are leading this game. It has been very one-sided in terms of shooting percentage. Deubrook 12 of 24, that's 50%, right on the nose. Midland only 6 for 28. That is just over 20%. Free throws, not enough to really write home about, but Deubrook completely controlling the boards with 17 rebounds, only 9 for Midland. So the boards for Deubrook and the horrendous shooting of Midland. The reason why right now it's 28-14 in favor of Deubrook.
Well, we're about a couple of minutes away to start this third quarter, and we will have it all for you after we take a break.
Hi, Jim Guesswine here with the largest selection of high-quality used automobiles around, available right here at Guesswine Motors. 84 Cadillac Seville, 32,100 miles. Looking for a used Jeep? Over 30 used Jeeps for you to choose from. Looking for a used Mercury, a real nice 85 Grand Marquis? That's one of just many. Maybe a used Chrysler product? The largest selection anywhere. And in most all cases in our used car lot, these are new vehicle trade-ins, no auction cars, no daily rental cars. Best prices, best selection, Guesswine's Millbank.
The really exciting news is the great savings and fantastic guarantee on engagement sets, wedding sets, and wedding bands at Riddle's Jewelry. Right now, you'll save up to 50% off any engagement set, or wedding band that you choose at Riddle's Jewelry. And they all come with a written lifetime guarantee against loss of the diamond. Shop Riddle's Jewelry for savings of up to 50% and a written guarantee on engagement sets, and wedding bands. The news is savings at Riddle's Jewelry.
28-14, Deubrook leading Midland for the Class B state championship game. We're about ready to start the second half.
Gary, we talked about in the pregame show, I guess what I felt the key matchup was. And as you can see, Tom Cameron's got to be real happy, the guy on the right with the ugly haircut. With the way
I like that haircut.
I told him I might
that.
come out looking like that, and he just laughed. Anyway, we talked about the key matchup being Morris Peterson and Pat Jones. Morris is 5 of 6 from the floor. He has 14 points. Pat is only 1 of 7. He has only 2 points. I don't mean to place the burden of the fact that Midland's behind on Pat's shoulders. It's just that they need him to come out and play a great second half if they're going to have a chance, because really there's probably more pressure on Pat's shoulders than there is on Morris's. Pat and Steve Ryman do the bulk of the scoring for this Midland team, whereas I think if Morris has a bad night, there's probably more potential game-leading scorers on this Deubrook team.
Well, Deubrook's done a good job of collapsing in on Pat. They don't get him the ball much. When he does get the ball, he's outside three-point line, and they really don't want him out there much. They got to get him inside. So Deubrook's going to put their starting 5 back on the floor. Kevin Smith and John Hansen at the guards. Morris Peterson at center. Matt Peterson and Kenny Wright at the forwards. And Midland does the same. Pat Jones, Todd Larson, Steve Ryman, John Selchert, and Rich Butler in the paint.
Look for Ryman to have a big second half. He's just the kind of guy that when they're behind, he says, give me the ball, like
just
there.
like Ray. Yeah, he had 7 points in the first half to lead Midland, another 14, and he got fouled right away, so he'll go to the free throw line and try to get a couple quick points.
All-state football player. He's got a big heart. He's just a guy that does not like to lose. Look at the head and shoulders fake. He simply forced a foul there on Matt.
They gave the foul to Matt Peterson. It should have been they gave the foul to the wrong person. They counted it to Morris Peterson, but it was
the
Matt
foul
inside.
is on Matt.
Yeah.
Foul's on 51, guys.
Clearly the replay shows it. That would be Matt's second foul.
Well, they've got the foul on the wrong person.
That's right.
Certainly down the stretch could be a very critical mistake. You may be able to hear Tom Cameron in the background.
Ryman got the second free throw, 28-15 now. And Midland comes out with some sort of a full zone press to try to break something up, and the miss inside. And it's going to be a foul on Kenny Wright, and that's his second. And Tom Cameron still trying to set up the... They aren't going to get it switched around.
No, they're not. They just blew it.
So let's us remember
and
that.
Another quick foul. That's 3 fouls, Gary, in 21 seconds. Deubrook not playing with the kind of composure that got them the lead in the first half.
Kevin Smith got the call that time. That's his first, and Deubrook's going to take a timeout to figure things out. And watch Tom. He's going to come over here and try to straighten it out. They're going to take care of it. So 7:39 to go, 28-15.
Hi, Jim Guesswine here with the best selection of high-quality used automobiles around, available right here at Guesswine Motors. 86 Olds Cutlass Sierra station wagon, 3 seats, 10,000 one-owner miles. A 1984 Chevrolet half-ton four-wheel drive Silverado, got it all, 32,000 miles. A 1986 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, a nice sport coupe, low mileage, and it's well-equipped. A 1987 Chevrolet Astrovan, choice of 2. This one has 13,000 miles. Best selection, best prices, Guesswine's Millbank.
The crowd is cheering for a great South Dakota tradition. Genuine Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, gold and silver jewelry from Riddle's Jewelry. Right now, you'll save up to 20% on Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, Black Hills gold and silver, and Black Hills silver. Save on rings, pendants, and earrings crafted from the finest Black Hills gold and silver. Black Hills Gold and Silver Creations, a South Dakota tradition at an affordable price from Riddle's Jewelry.
Tom Cameron trying to get his guys back on track again. 3 quick fouls there. Luckily, it only is giving him one Midland 1 point. So
true, but it also sends Midland to the foul line.
That's
most
right.
of the rest of the game. And when you're ahead by 13 points, you don't want to give the other team a chance to score without working for it. They didn't have much luck when they worked for baskets in the first half.
So Midland will take the ball out. Deubrook still showing that full court press.
These teams, of course, have never, ever played before. But there are some strange ties going on here. Nice steal.
John Hanson leading the way. Pat Jones turns it over again, and back and forth we go. And the pass trying to get to Rich Butler was off Butler, and will go the other way.
Mike Ruth, the assistant coach at Midland, student taught at Deubrook last year.
Ah.
So he kind of has them all scouted.
John Hanson with a nice basket. His 6th point of the night, and it's a 15-point lead for Deubrook.
But as we all know, scouting, all the scouting in the world
doesn't do anything.
Matter. It's execution.
Pat Jones with a sweet move inside.
There he goes. He needed that.
His 4th point of the game, first of the second half. And this turnover and steal. Steve Ryman hustling, but Deubrook seems to hang on to it. Matt Peterson slows things down, and a foul is going to be called on John Selchert. His first. 30-17, Deubrook leading. 6:48 to go in the third.
Midland still in a zone.
Foul inside again, a quick one, and this is on Kenny
4
Wright.
fouls on Deubrook. And we've just played over a minute here in the second half.
That's Wright's third. So he's the only one in foul trouble right now. For Deubrook, Matt Peterson has 2, John Hanson 2, Rich Butler and Jason Selchert both have 2 for Midland.
Kenny Wright will take a seat.
5 seconds, they didn't get it in.
Oh, that was a quick 5 seconds.
That sure was. Let's watch the foul again on Kenny Wright inside.
Let's not.
Say we did. So the turnover here, Steve Ryman.
Oh, Steve.
Good play.
He's been working on that one for years.
John Selchert for 3.
Oh.
His first basket of the night, and it's a 30-20 game. Foul down low on the press. It's going to be on John Selchert. He picks up 2 quick ones.
You love the 3-point shot if you're behind. It can be such a confidence builder. It's only 1 extra point, but if you do it 2 or 3 times, it makes a big, big difference. And they're within 10 with a lot of time to go in the third quarter, 6:19.
So Midland again showing some man-to-man full court pressure. Kevin Smith will run things for Deubrook. For 3. It's off. Great offensive board coming in there by Morris Peterson, but the foul's going to be called on Pat Jones, his 2nd.
Another look at that one. Pat actually got himself sandwiched, watch here, between 2 Dolphins. And the foul was there.
Kevin Smith got it. His first basket of the night, and it's 32-20. Deubrook by 12. Quickly to the other end, Todd Larson. His first bucket of the night.
Good job by Ryman to get the ball up court in a big, big hurry.
Steal by Pat Jones. Trying to get it into John Selchert, and he travels, but a nice try. That was traveling.
Yeah, it was a steal,
Okay.
and then they walked.
I didn't see it in there. Here's Jones. Yes.
Nice move. Pat's starting to feel it just a little bit. They're down within 8.
32-24, 5:24 to go in the third. And quickly come the Dolphins. Morris Peterson. Midland still showing zone, doing quite well with it. Joey Struy hates to use his zone. He fails his guys just don't get in the flow of the game. Counted for 3 for Morris Peterson. That's 17 on the night, and it's an 11-point bulge again.
All that work to get down to within 8, and boom, 3-pointer. We talked about it. Momentum shifts suddenly.
Here's Ryman. Error, but Larson saves it. Rich Butler, yes. His first basket of the night. So a lot of guys getting in the offensive groove here for Midland. And it's 35-26. Foul Ryman. That'll be his second. Trying to create some turnovers down low, and it's cost him.
Well, as Joey told us, defense is going to dictate how well his team plays, and that was not a smart move by Steve, but the defense has picked up here in the second half for Midland. That's been the reason why they've got back within 9.
Kevin Smith no good. Jones got the board there, and here comes Ryman.
They got a chance to get as close as they've been in a long time with a hoop here.
Knocked away. Good defense by Morris Peterson. The Dolphins got Mike Hulspasis open, and they can't get it to him. And here comes Todd Larson. Four minutes left in the third. 35-26 Deubrook.
Pat Jones wants the ball in the worst way, but not deep in the corner.
No. John Seltzer with a drive. Can't get it to go. And Morris Peterson coming out of it with it again. And foul on John. The Seltzer picks up his third.
And now they've got 5 fouls. We've still got 3:38 to go in the third quarter, Gary, and both teams are going to be in the bonus for the rest of the game.
Watch it again. John Seltzer's third foul. And Midland wants to talk about things. Deubrook leads it 35-26.
Hi, Jim Guesswine here with a really good selection of luxury automobiles available here at Guesswine Motors. The Chrysler Fifth Avenue Series, great selection now in inventory, and the drive to come on into Guesswine Motors will definitely save you some money. A lot of car for the buck there. Prices will never be better. 1988 New Yorker Landau Series vehicles, all new for 1988. Tremendous car in the luxury car market. Elegant automobile in all respects. And we here at Guesswine Motors will not be undersold. Best selection always at Guesswines in Millbank.
The really exciting news is the great savings and fantastic guarantee on engagement sets, wedding sets, and wedding bands at Riddle's Jewelry. Right now, you'll save up to 50% off any engagement set, or wedding band that you choose at Riddle's Jewelry. And they all come with a written lifetime guarantee against loss of the diamond. Shop Riddle's Jewelry for savings of up to 50% and a written guarantee on engagement sets, and wedding bands. The news is savings at Riddle's Jewelry.
Midland coach Joey Struy going over some instructions as his Midland club has crawled back into this. They're down by 9.
I think Joey would have retired last year had they won the State B, because he would have been 25-0 in his career for the state championship. Now he's 44-5 in his second year out of Dakota State. Incidentally, I don't know if we mentioned that Tom Cameron and Joey Struy went to college together, and they're pretty good friends. Not right now, but they will be in about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Morris Peterson's free throw is good. Tom is from Mulbridge, and Joey from Ramona. Second one is missed, and it's that 10-point lead again at 36-26. 3.5 to go in the third. Nice tap away inside by Matt Peterson. Here's Morris for 3. John Seltzer runs it down.
And he'll slow it up a little bit. This is not the same team Midland had last year.
Rich Butler. I don't think he realized what great position he had.
I don't think he did either, Rich.
Quickly to Mike Hulsebus, and he got it to go with the left hand, and it's a 12-point lead. His 4th point of the night, and it's 38-26.
Alan Evans and Jeff Jones both graduated off that team from last year from Midland. Both went on to play at Dakota State this year as freshmen. That tells you what kind of ability they had. So really, they've rebuilt themselves and come this far in a very short period of time. People in Midland did not expect Joey to have his team in the championship game this year. So it's been a lot more fun because they haven't been undefeated, rated #1 with all that pressure.
Sweet move inside Morris Peterson, and he's fouled by Rich Butler, and that'll be Butler's third. And in the game now is Jason Selchert, the freshman. He stands 6'2". Obviously, he has not done growing. So they get some height inside to work with the tall timber of the Dolphins as Morris Peterson goes to the free throw line again.
I think they've got the nicest uniforms for what that's worth. Just a little editorial comment there. That's what the color guy's supposed to do, is throw in interesting tidbits like that.
Add color, right.
Yes.
Second one good. It's now 39-26. Deubrook's got a 13-point lead. 2.5 to go in the third quarter.
They had cut it down to 8. And worked very hard to do that.
Steve Ryman.
Oh, nice shot.
Nice shot. So Ryman got the bucket, cuts the lead to 11. He'll go to the free throw line.
Don't tell this fella that his team is lost. He just has a big, big heart. He is a competitor, and he's not going to go down without a fight. Halsebus got the foul, incidentally.
And it's good for Ryman. So now again they're back to that 10-point cushion, 39-29, and could use a nice run right here.
Even if they can get it back to 8 where they had it, I think they'd be happy with
Big
that.
board, Jason Selchert. Here comes Ryman leading the way. Dish off the Todd Larson. His shot is no good. And Halsebus with the rebound, and they're going to call him over the back.
Yep.
So 2 quick fouls for Halsebus.
Ryman had good position on the inside. And again, you got to admire Steve Ryman, a 6-foot junior. He's taking on those tall timbers on the inside. Look at him. He just wants to win. He almost plays with reckless abandon, and yet he's got, you know, he's a good finesse player, too.
Here's Steve Ryman looking to cut the lead to 8 here.
Best way to describe him is to say he goes in overdrive all the time. Important free throw there. That means he gets the bonus with under 2 minutes to go. He could cut it down to 8. Just a couple of seconds ago, it was 13.
And Ryman does it. So Ryman, the leading scorer for Midland, and it's now 39-31.
They're back in it. Play some D here.
Midland now in a man-to-man. The shot by Hansen is good.
What we talked about, you can't give him that wide open shot. Both guards for Deubrook can hit if they're wide open like that.
Steele is stolen inside. That's Steve Clem for Deubrook, number 41. And Clem got the basket.
And it's back up to a dozen, just like that.
Jason Selchert with a nice drive with the left hand, but take that, says Morris Peterson. Quickly down to Morris at the other end. He can't hang on to it, and we'll go back the other way. 1:04 to go in the third.
I didn't know it was possible to throw one too high for him, but he's done everything right tonight, Morris Peterson. Handling the ball, passing, rebounding, blocking shots. You just saw that a minute ago. And he's also managed to score 19 points.
Under a minute now in the third. 43-31. Deubrook leading with 55 seconds. Knocked away by Matt Peterson. John Selchert recovers. Jones inside, nice move, and a foul. They're going to call it on Clem. It's his first. And Jones will go to the line.
Now the look. Jones tries to get baseline and
little body shove, I guess, is what they're calling it.
Clem holds both arms up in the air. Says, I guess it was Mimi.
Jones' free throw is good.
Had a 6'6" high jumper in the state track meet last year. Pretty good vertical.
Yeah.
It's something you're always talking about.
Vertical
about your vertical in the old days.
Something I once had.
Right.
Jones trying to get the alley-oop from Seltzer. Doesn't go, but they run it down. 22 seconds and counting. Jason Seltzer's shot is off. Here's Ryman. He works inside. Nice move.
Great move.
Cuts the lead to 9 with 11 seconds to go in the quarter.
Dolphins for 1. Down to 5 seconds. Better get it off, Morris.
Alcibus goes for inside and a foul with 2 seconds to go, and it's going to go on Ryman. That's his 3rd.
So it's going to be a 2-shot foul. Yep. Steve was not quite set. I'll tell you what, though, he does everything in his power out there to win a ball game for his team.
Mike Alcibus at the line. He's got 4 points on the night.
Alcibus is just a little bit bigger than Steve. And Steve knew it.
44-34, 2 seconds to go in the quarter. Second one is good as well. Ryman, he had the accuracy, but not enough muscle. So we are down with 3 quarters in basketball, and Deubrook leading Midland 45-34.
Hi, Jim Guesswine here with the all-new 88 Eagle Premier available right here at Guesswine Motors. European styling, great performance, good fuel economy, a 6-passenger family automobile with a lot of room, and thousands of dollars under competition. And also we have the 1988 Dodge Dynasty, a tremendous quality automobile from Chrysler Corporation, front-wheel drive, 6-passenger, and again, thousands of dollars under competition. Volume prices, whatever you're looking for, we'll sell you the right car at the right kind of money at Guesswine's in Millbank.
The crowd is cheering for a great South Dakota tradition. Genuine Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, gold and silver jewelry from Riddles Jewelry. Right now, you'll save up to 20% on Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, Black Hills gold and silver, and Black Hills silver. Save on rings, pendants, and earrings crafted from the finest Black Hills gold and silver. Black Hills Gold and Silver Creations, a South Dakota tradition at an affordable price from Riddles Jewelry.
8 minutes left in the Class B state championship game in South Dakota. Deubrook has an 11-point lead over Midland. And Mark, if you're Midland, what do you do now? I mean, they've crawled back with an 8 and 9. They just can't seem to get over that hump.
The bad part of it, Gary, is you have to work so hard and expend so much energy to come back from that kind of a deficit. They've made 2 runs now and got within 8. And next thing you know, they're back down within 11 or 13 points. It's tough. But I've certainly become a big admirer of Steve Ryman tonight. He's going to do everything he can. Again, I think they have to still try to get Pat Jones the ball in low.
Morris Peterson can't get it to go, and Jason Seltzer at his 6'2" body in there gets the rebound, and Midland has a chance to cut it to 9 again.
Deubrook team is as fine a balanced team in Class B as you'll find.
Pat Jones misses. Seltzer's there to clean it up, and it's his first basket of the night. And it cuts the Deubrook lead to 9 now at 45-36.
They got to play great defense, Gary. I guess that's the ultimate answer to coming back from an 11-point deficit.
Matt Peterson, his shot's blocked by Jones.
That was good defense.
Wade Nelson got the rebound, and here comes Midland. They got a chance to cut it to 7. Jason Seltzer can't get the roll on the rim.
Actually, it's kind of amazing they're still in this game after going 3 for 18 in the first quarter.
You bet. foul called on Wayne Nelson. That'll be his first of the night. But to the line will go Morris Peterson.
Another look. You don't want to be committing a foul 70 feet from the other basket. Especially on this guy.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Gee, has he ever had a night. Kind of consistent night. He had 9 in the first quarter. He had 5 in the second quarter. He had 5 in the third quarter. And he's off to a pretty good start here in the fourth quarter. It's not like he did it all in one bunch. He's just been very consistent. It's a couple of block shots, several rebounds. He's been dribbling the ball up the court through pressure behind his back.
And hit a three-pointer.
The only thing he hasn't done is be the team mascot.
10-point lead again. Kenny Wright back in the ballgame for Deubrook.
You see the mascot up in the top right-hand corner?
Yeah. Got it. Matt Peterson. And it's that 12-point lead again.
Best-looking mascot here at the tournament. Of course, it's the only one.
No, there's the Avon Pirates that one. Jones inside. 48-38, a 10-point lead, 6 minutes to go in this ballgame. No, Avon Pirate. There was a pirate here.
Was there a pirate?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
There was a her.
I didn't see her. I still say Wakanda's got the best mascot in Class B in the state. Their warrior with that headdress.
Oh, yeah. Foul on Jason Selchert. He picks up his third. It's going to send Morris Peterson to the line again, and it's 48-38. Watch Jason inside. Just kind of gets him with the body. Stands there, but bangs a little too much. That's one for Morris.
Sweetest sound in the world to a good shooter. I find it to get rather boring when I'm out on the court shooting around.
No comment. Make it 2 for Morris, and it's a 50-38 lead.
22 points for Morris. Just a ordinary day at the office, Mr. Peter.
Shot would have been good if it would have went, I think.
It's 4 on Kenny.
Steve Ryman will go to the line.
For Deubrook, their last appearance in the State B, 51 years ago.
Before it was Deubrook.
Right, when they were white. Only the second year that Class B even existed. 1936 is when they changed from one class to 2. King Tolke, Wally Grippentrog, Marv Schultz, Gail Thayer, and I guess the star of the team, Ernie Ackerman. Ernie's here tonight, by the way. Actually, Ernie said there were no stars on the team. They lost to Redfield, and they came back to beat Bridgewater and McLaughlin.
Ryman gets 2 to drop for him, and it's now that 10-point lead again for Deubrook at 50-40. 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. And Mr. Everything, Morris Peterson, brings it down, tries to work it inside to brother Matt, or is it cousin Matt?
Deubrook's had some fine teams in the recent years, Gary, but when they were Class B, they had to come through an almost impossible district. This year they would have had Flandreau and Sioux Valley in their district had they been Class B.
Traveling call to Morris Peterson. So again, Midland has a chance. Here we go after 3 quarters now.
Coming back a little bit on their field goal percentage. They're up around 30% now for the game. But look at the rebounds, 21-13 for Deubrook.
Here's Pat Jones off the glass. Jones having a better second half, and it cuts the lead to 8 again. And right there, Midland, plenty of time. Need a great defensive stand a couple times down the court here, and they could make this game very interesting rather quickly.
One thing about them, it's not like they're 24-0 and they've blown everybody out. They've had to come from behind a few times this year, and they've done it.
But then you get Morris Peterson.
They haven't had to come from behind against him.
Yeah. Back to 10.
But at least they know how to handle the situation. I guess that's what I was getting at there.
Pat Jones. Matt Peterson with the rebound.
They were behind 7 midway through the fourth quarter against Northwestern last night.
Air ball for Morris. Steve Ryman, he just runs over John Hanson, and they'll call the foul there. Ryman went at him like a running back.
But Hanson was moving, and all he did was get in Steve's way and slow him down a little bit. He was a runaway freight train. Watch. Hey, don't try to stop me. Ryman, 17 points tonight. Averages 14 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And only a junior. And he has made his last 6 free throws.
Cuts the lead to 9. Misses that one. So he jinxed him again, Mark. So we'll go back the other way. Deubrook's ball. Midland putting on some full court pressure. 4.5 minutes to go. 52-43 is your score. Deubrook leading all the way in this one. Kevin Smith with the nice move, but can't get it to drop. And will go Midland's way.
If ever there was a trip down floor, I think when Midland really needed a basket in a big way, it would be this time down with 4:09 to go. They're down by 9, and they have yet to cut inside of that magic 8 number. They really need a hoop here.
Kenny Wright back in the game for the Dolphins. Cross court to Jason Selchert. Brother John. Wade Nelson looked for 3, but John will take it. Can't get it to drop. But Ryman's there. Here's Jones. Just can't get it to go. Midland in the man-to-man. Deubrook taking their time. Here's Morris from 15 off the front of the rim. And Jason Seltzer with the rebound. 3 minutes and counting. 52-43 Deubrook. Pat Jones with the tip, can't get it to go. Kenny Wright on the rebound. Uh-oh. They call it on him. That'll be his 4th. That's 5, excuse me.
He's gone.
That's it for Kenny Wright. So Kenny not too keen about just what happened there, and he is out.
Kenny never really got a chance to break a sweat here in the second half. I think that's one of the reasons why he's upset. He just never really got into the feel of the game. He had to go out with those 3 fouls early in the second quarter. This is not a call that Kenny's going to like either. Watch as he goes up. Ryman on the inside, though, as Kenny had to go over the back, but the question is, did he hit Ryman?
Right.
Steve did go down, but Steve was falling backwards when he came off the glass. And as you can see, Kenny not too particularly enamored with the call.
Puts him on the bench in his final game as a high school player. And at the free throw line is Steve Ryman. Misses the first one. And again, Midland just having the problems getting over the hump. 52-43, 2:57 left in the game. Nice move inside.
That could do it. That could do it.
Mike Hulsevitz inside. He's fouled by Pat Jones, who picks up his 3rd. And Hulsevitz goes to the free throw line.
That could break their back, Gary, just because they had several trips down to cut it to 7. Couldn't do it, and boom. All it takes is that one last basket. It's going to be difficult. There's still a lot of time left, 2:52. Also down by a dozen points. Hulsevitz has had a great game off the bench. He's got 9 points.
A 12-point lead again at 55-43. John Selchert for 3. Gets the roll. That's his 2 baskets in the second half. He's hit 2 3-pointers. And it cuts the lead to 10. Morris Peterson gets the roll. Yes.
He just took the ball and said, hey,
that 3 points right back. Man, this kid is having a great game. Talked about consistency. Look at him go off the glass. Down he goes, but he looks up and sees the ball go right on through.
57-46, 2:29 to go in the Class B state championship game.
Hi, Jim Gaswine here with the largest selection of mini wagons around, available right here at Gaswine Motors. Always a good selection of new ones, 24 now in stock and more on the way. If you're looking for a real buy in a mini wagon, the drive to come on into Gaswine Motors will definitely save you some money. New ones priced from $11,999, full price to you, including air conditioning. Looking for a used mini wagon? Always a super selection. Right now, 9 of them on the ground, and we'll sell you the right one at the right kind of dollars. Best selection, best prices, Gaswine Motors, Millbank.
The really exciting news is the great savings and fantastic guarantee on engagement sets, wedding sets, and wedding bands at Riddle's Jewelry. Right now, you'll save up to 50% off any engagement set, or wedding band that you choose at Riddle's Jewelry. And they all come with a written lifetime guarantee against loss of the diamond. Shop Riddle's Jewelry for savings of up to 50% and a written guarantee on engagement sets, and wedding bands. The news is savings at Riddle's Jewelry.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the Class B state championship game. Deubrook been in command since the opening tip-off. Well, Midland won the tip-off, but since then it's been all Deubrook. 57-46 is your score.
Gary Morris now up to 26 points on the night. And again, it's just been a very consistent performance. 9 in the first quarter, 5 in the second, 5 in the third, 7 more now in the fourth quarter. And time is running out on the bad dream for Joey Strudy. Maybe that...
Well, he finished third last year, Midland did. Yeah. They're going to finish second this year.
Oh, it's been a great season.
It has.
I guess maybe if you just tuned in, we talked about Joey having a bad dream last night and dreaming that his team lost.
Todd Larson for 3 gets nothing but air there, and it'll go back Deubrook's way, but... Second-year coach, finishes third in the state last year, second this year, looks like. You can't complain.
Oh, nice steal by Ryman. And we're still out there hustling.
Yeah, he is. We're going to get a jump ball that'll stay with Midland. Swinging around to Todd Larson for 3. No. Pat Jones runs it down. His shot is no good, and a foul on Morris Peterson. It's his second.
Actually, Morris looking a little disgusted. Watch what Jones does. He leans into Morris. Morris really didn't do much, but his feet weren't perfectly set, and as a result, he has to get the foul. Give credit to Pat Jones on that one.
Pat got the first one.
Got a dozen points. Averages 15 points, 9 rebounds.
Second one is good, and the lead is now cut to 10 again. 58-48, 2 minutes to go. Steal by Jones, and it's out of bounds, so it'll go back to Deubrook, but they don't quit.
When you're down 23 in the fourth quarter to New Underwood or New Effington, and you can come back to almost win the game, that says an awful lot right there, even though they lost the game. 23 points in a quarter is a lot.
Yes, it is.
But when you're down by that many, it means they probably scored about 35 points in that quarter, and there's the reach-in foul.
Todd Larson gets the call, and it's his second of the night, and it will send John Hansen to the line. John has 8 points.
John's been very, very quiet and very productive.
Misses the free throw. Jones with it. 2-minute mark now left in this ball game. A 10-point lead for Deubrook. Jason Seltzer, he had the basket, passes it off to Ryman. It goes. And a foul is going to be called on Morris Peterson, and he's got 3.
Another look. Good bounce pass there by Selchert inside. Not quite sure what Mo did on that one.
But a timeout is called. The lead is now cut to 8 at 58-50 with 1:54 to go.
Hi, Jim Guesswine here with the largest selection of high-quality used automobiles around, available right here at Guesswine Motors. 84 Cadillac Seville, 32,100 miles. Looking for a used Jeep? Over 30 used Jeeps for you to choose from. Looking for a used Mercury, a real nice 85 Grand Marquis? That's one of just many. Maybe a used Chrysler product? The largest selection anywhere. And in most all cases in our used car lot, these are new vehicle trade-ins, no auction cars, no daily rental cars. Best prices, best selection, Guesswine's Millbank.
The crowd is cheering for a great South Dakota tradition. Genuine Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, gold and silver jewelry from Riddles Jewelry. Right now you'll save up to 20% on Mount Rushmore Black Hills gold, Black Hills gold and silver, and Black Hills silver. Save on rings, pendants, and earrings crafted from the finest Black Hills gold and silver. Black Hills gold and silver creations, a South Dakota tradition at an affordable price from Riddles Jewelry.
Angle, it did not really look like a foul. Here's a better angle. You tell us. You're the official. Well, there was a little contact there. But again, Ryman's the guy that initiated the contact.
What do they say? Championship round, and the officials let him play.
They have let him play.
Yeah, they have done a good job.
I promised Bob Kreitlow last night that I wouldn't say anything bad about them.
Well, thanks for telling me that.
Well, we've been nice.
Yes, we have.
They've done a good job.
They
hey,
have.
The best compliment you can give an official is not to ever say anything about him.
Steve Ryman goes to the line to try to finish up on hopefully a 3-point play here. 58-50. Deubrook by 8. And once again, this is the closest Midland has been ever.
Yep. Since very early in the game.
Minute 50 to go. It's a 7-point game, and we're going to have a foul on Ryman. That's his fourth.
The one thing they can't do is have Steve Ryman foul out. Although he fouled out, Gary, about midway through the fourth quarter when they made that unbelievable comeback. And Joe even said when Steve fouled out, he had fueled the comeback, and he figured the thing was over, and they just kept going. But he has been it.
Morris Peterson at the line got the first one.
27 points for Morris.
Boy, when you want to go out as a senior, this is it.
A few college scouts, I would imagine, have put down an asterisk or 2 next to his name as a potential collegian.
9-point lead, minute 45 to go. Pat Jones for 3. Yes.
There's time. Uh-oh.
Foul on Ryman.
They couldn't afford to have him be the one that fouled out.
Midland cuts it to 6. Ryman fouls out. And we'll go to the other end for the bonus.
I wish he'd come over to the table. I'd like to shake his hand. He's played a great game.
Watch Ryman again, number 30.
Actually, Ryman...
I don't think he...
I think Selcher's the one that fouled him.
Yeah.
Certainly not over, Gary. They're back within 6 with 1:36 to go. But Wade Nelson checks in for Steve Ryman, who really put on a gutsy display here, especially in the second half. 21 points he fouled out with.
Kevin Smith at the line for Deubrook, and he's got 2 points on the night. And we've got a timeout called, 1:36 to go, and it's a 6-point game yet.
Hi, Jim Guesswine here with the best selection of high-quality used automobiles around, available right here at Guesswine Motors. 86 Olds Cutlass Sierra station wagon, 3 seats, 10,000 one-owner miles. A 1984 Chevrolet half-ton four-wheel drive Silverado, got it all, 32,000 miles. A 1986 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, a nice sport coupe, low mileage, and it's well-equipped. A 1987 Chevrolet Astrovan, choice of 2. This one has 13,000 miles. Best selection, best prices, Guesswine's Millbank.
The really exciting news is the great savings and fantastic guarantee on engagement sets, wedding sets, and wedding bands at Riddle's Jewelry. Right now, you'll save up to 50% off any engagement set, or wedding band that you choose at Riddle's Jewelry. And they all come with a written lifetime guarantee against loss of the diamond. Shop Riddle's Jewelry for savings of up to 50% and a written guarantee on engagement sets, and wedding bands. The news is savings at Riddle's Jewelry.
Go in the Class B state championship game. Deubrook leading Midland 60-54, and I guess if you had to write a script to it by some of the things we've talked to with the two coaches, it's basically going the way that we had thought it would go.
And it's gone the way we hoped it would go.
Right.
It's been a pretty good game. Midland's hanging tough here. Deubrook's got a very talented squad, but again, Steve Ryman's heart sort of epitomizes his Viking team.
This is Kevin Smith. And the first one is good.
Swish. These rims are not very forgiving either. You pretty much have to make it straight on, or it's not going to bounce around and go in.
And it's back to an 8-point lead for Deubrook as Smith connects on the one-on-one, and it's 62-54 with a minute and a half to go. Jason Selchert can't get the 3 to drop, and Deubrook with the rebound. Foul will be on Wade Nelson. It's his first, but Morris Peterson will go to the line again.
Foul on 42, Wade Nelson.
Morris got the first. Well, he spent a lot of time at the free throw line here in the fourth.
He's one shy of 30 points for the night.
It is. So 30 now for Morris Peterson on the night. It's back to a 10-point lead at 64-54. Minute 20 and counting.
Morris is 13 for 19 from the foul line. 19 attempts.
Jones for 3. 64-57. And a foul on Jason Selchert. That'll be number 4 for Jason.
Foul on 14, Jason Selchert, that's his tail.
Well, I guess that's
5. Thank you. We gave Jason a freebie. So now Joey Struy has to go to his bench. And he will send in Wayne Nelson. Wayne is 6'1" junior.
Wayne hit the shot that won the game last night to put him into this championship. In their comeback victory over Northwestern.
Kevin Smith will go to the line for Deubrook.
Deubrook done good tonight, huh?
Smith got the first. Jones with the rebound, 65-57 now. Quickly, Wayne Nelson's shot is blocked by Hulsebus. And a foul again. This time it'll be on Wade Nelson. And that's number 2. So clock stop with 54 seconds to go. 65-57, Deubrook leading it.
as a team, they've been to the line 15 times here in the fourth quarter, Gary. It's a bunch.
Well, they hit the bonus midway through the third. Kevin's racking up the points at the free throw line in the fourth quarter.
And they're making most of those. Right now,
I think they've only missed one free throw. 2 now in the fourth.
Well, the roar is getting deafening in here. Deubrook fans are sensing the kill.
Matt Peterson can't get the ball in bounds. They'll take a timeout with 53 seconds to go. And Tom Cameron can't quit coaching yet.
Tom had high hopes for this team before the season started. But so many things can happen to you. You just can't say, well, I think, guys, we really shouldn't be happy unless we win a state championship. Injuries, shooting slumps. I mean, there are things that you can't coach. And they've managed to avoid most of those things. And so has Joey Screwy. Again, last year, undefeated most of the year, rated #1. Tom Cameron still coaching his team there with just 53 seconds to go. And sign of a good coach. He's not taking anything for granted.
What's the story in his hair? He got his hair cut that way.
About a month ago, right.
And then the rest of the team decided to go with it.
Tom's got some premature gray in there, too, I'll tell you.
Well,
of course, he said, I'd rather have premature gray than not have it.
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah, I think it was directed at me.
Oh, okay, I see. 50 seconds to go. Deubrook with the ball. They lead at 66-57. Time to run the clock down. And Midland having to do some scrambling to put some fouls down. And this one's going to go on Todd Larson. It'll be his third. And Kevin Smith will go to the free throw line again. He spent a lot of time here in the last few minutes.
I don't know what the record is for free throws in a quarter by a team, but they have got to be close, even if you go way back through the history of the B.
John Selcher with the rebound. Off to Wayne Nelson, and he drives down, puts up the left hand, no good. And Peterson with the board. Here comes Morris. And Morris slows things down.
For the first time in the game, and perhaps maybe the first time all year, they don't look for the fast break. That looked funny. We're seeing them charge the hoop all night long.
Kevin Smith was fouled again by John Selcher, who picks up his fourth. Clock stop at 26 now.
You know, actually, Midland's done a pretty good job here in the second half of keeping Deubrook from running.
They've been at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's right.
Kevin got that one to roll. Yeah, they've used full court pressure throughout most of the game. That has slowed them down considerably.
This is the 20th free throw of the quarter by Deubrook.
And the rim was no good, and Mike Hulsebus got it to go.
That should do it.
Now 69-57, a 12-point lead. There you see the game clock three-pointer, no good. The attempt again rolls off. Pat Jones inside, gets it to go, and is fouled.
Jones has come on strong here in the fourth quarter. In fact, he's got 14 points this quarter alone.
And Midland takes time with 10 seconds to go. It's a 10-point game. Stranger things have happened. A basket here, three quick three-pointers within 3 seconds of each other, 2 seconds of each other. We're going OT.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Stranger things have happened, but I can't recall one.
No.
Deubrook 69-59 with 10 seconds to go. What a great year it's been for the Dolphins and Tom Cameron. The Region 2B champions, apparently that telegram from Joe Robbie was just the inspiration they needed.
Deubrook fans on their feet as it's going to be party time in that school for a few days. Pat Jones is at the line for Midland. It's a 10-point lead for Deubrook.
This reminds me so much of the game 2 years ago where you had Jones County against Dakota Christian. The big, fast team, and the underdogs gave it all they had. Great comeback, but not quite enough. Very talented Deubrook team.
Well, the subs are coming in to wrap this game up for Deubrook, and we'll get them in as we can find it for you. Terry Wright is in, a 6'3" junior center. So is Mike Lamarck. Doyle Troynan is in.
That group right there has got to be awfully proud. Morris Peterson especially.
Jones misses the free throw, and it's brought down by Terry Wright. And Stan Simmons, a 5'10" ninth grader, will go to the free throw line and get in the scoring book. 5 seconds left in the game. 69-59 Deubrook. As you see Tom Cameron.
He's smiling. I would hope so.
Stan Simmons at the line. The biggest basket of his life. Despite his team leading by 10. Mom and Dad are watching. He got it. And now Stan's folks can say the trip was worth coming to Huron.
You bet.
Stan, he looks confident at the line.
Whoops. I think he's going to get another one.
Midland's Wes, excuse me if I pronounce this wrong, but it's Shaq, simply fell down at the free throw line. Number 50. So Stan gets another shot at it. Count it. 71-59. 5 seconds to go. This will wrap it up. Final shot. And that's it. Deubrook, the champions. We'll be awarding the championship trophies here in a minute. We'll stay with the game and have all that for you. And Mark Ovenden is on his way out to center court, and we'll be visiting with Tom Cameron and some of the victorious Deubrook Dolphins. And right now we'll watch as Midland gets their runner-up medals and their trophy.
Student managers Greg Larson, Renee Larson, Kerry Jones. Assistant coach Mike Ruth. And accepting the runners-up trophy for the Midland Vikings, head coach Joey Struey. So the big hand for the Midland Vikings. Now the medal presentation for the state B champion Deubrook Dolphins. Kevin Smith. John Hansen. Doyle Troyan. Morris Peterson. Mike Landmark. Michael Hulsebus. Steve Clem. Brad Rennick. Stan Simmons. Matt Peterson. Kenny Wright. Terry Wright. Student managers Tracy Lenning. Mary Spence. Scott Bierke. Assistant coach Mike Knust. And to accept the 1988 State B Championship Trophy for the Deubrook Dolphins, head coach Tom Cameron. The 1988 Class B champions, the Deubrook Dolphins.
Trying to get the coaches together, and while we're waiting for that, let's take a look at final stats on the evening. Midland again, they started out cold. They just couldn't get things rolling. The basket to fall at 20 out of 63 field goals. Deubrook didn't take as many shots, but they made 3 more. Free throws, obviously the difference down the stretch. 18 attempts only for Midland, 32 for Deubrook. They spent most of the fourth quarter on the free throw line. Rebounds fairly even, turnovers about the same. 71-59 the final. Mark Overton is with Joey Struey and Steve Ryman.
Thank you, Gary. We're down here with both Joey and Steve Ryman. Joey, I guess you didn't have that final comeback, but you got to be proud of the way the kids were out there hustling.
Oh, yeah, I love every one of them. They hustled their hearts out. And if we'd have played the first half, like we played the second half, we'd have won the game, but we didn't. And Deubrook was able to hold off every run we tried to make at them. So, you know, they're a great ball club, and I like to wish them, you know, all the best.
Steve, I think your biggest fan after the way you played tonight. You never gave up.
Well, you got to always hustle, and if you don't hustle, you don't get anything. I don't know. You got to keep trying, and you got to be scrappy.
You play a little bit bigger than 6 foot out there against some of those big guys.
I have to. Sometimes that's just the way it turns out. You got to front them and just try and best. It's tough.
When you get yourself in a hole like that, Joey, it gets kind of tough to come back time after time, doesn't it?
Yeah, we did it one too many times. You know, we let ourselves get down early. We started out real good, and we played with them for the first half, a quarter, and then I don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened. We weren't shooting the ball well. We got it inside, and we got intimidated against them. and it threw our shots off. You got to give those guys a lot of credit.
Steve, I saw you and your coach embrace and smile. Obviously, you had a good time, even though you got second place. That's still a lot to be proud of.
Oh, yeah. Last year we got third, this year second. We're looking forward to next year. This was great, and we had a lot of fun.
Okay. Congratulations, you guys. You and Tom are still friends, I take it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, Joey. Back to you, Gary.
All right, we're going to try to get Tom Cameron over here now, and here he comes. All right, Mark.
We're ready. Tom, you look like a guy who's pretty relieved at this point.
Oh, God, I'm just elated with emotions right now. We thought about this for a long time. You dream about it. Now the moment is here, and I'm almost speechless. I'm so proud of the kids.
You talked about it. We talked about it before, but your preseason expectations, were they to win the state championship now that it's all over?
Well, deep down in our minds, we didn't come flat out and say that we got to win the state championship this year, but all the kids were thinking about it. We knew we had the talent. We had to put the games together in the tournament, and they did.
Well, when you've got a team like you've got, with 5 different guys who can do so many different things, spearheaded by number 31. What's his name again? Morris Peterson, is that his name? What a fun thing it must be to coach a group like that.
Oh, they are a bunch of excellent guys to be associated with. I feel privileged to have those kids. There's a lot of coaches that could be in this same situation. I just was in the right spot at the right time, and I'm really proud of these kids, and super happy for them.
Guy here, the only thing you didn't do tonight, I think, I looked over there, was you weren't under that Dolphin mascot uniform, were you, tonight?
No.
Are you happy?
Oh, it's great. I love it. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I got to ask you the same thing I asked your coach. What were your expectations when you came here to Huron for the State B basketball tournament? Would you have been happy maybe to have won just 2 games, or did you really want to win it all?
We really wanted to win it. But if we would have lost, it wouldn't have been so bad, because it's really great making it here, but we really wanted to win it bad.
Morris, you had to know that Midland had come back a couple of times. You had them by about 12 or 13. They kept getting it down to 6, 7 points. Were you concerned that they were going to be able to make a run at you?
Yeah, we are really concerned. We knew that they were going to come after us. We knew we just couldn't panic. We had to keep taking it to them, keep our poise.
How does it feel to be state champion?
What?
How's it feel to be the champion?
It's great. I love it. Yeah. Woo!
Congratulations.
We're number one.
That's, I guess they say they're number one. They 71 to 59.
Well, that'll do it. Again, as Mark said, Deubrook wins it 71 to 59. For Mark Ovenden and our stat man, Scott Bartholomew, this is Gary Weckworth. Thanks for watching, everybody.
The welcome home motorcade was several miles long as the Deubrook Dolphins returned from Huron. Still more people congregated at the school, waiting to greet their first ever state basketball champions. But while the team is the center of attention, this is the kind of dream come true that binds the entire community together. Not only proud parents, not only classmates, but fans of all ages.
I was at Huron every night, and I was at the regions and the districts every night.
Been following them all year, and they're the best. They work as a team.
team, and never seen any guys playing ball before that work together like they do.
It is the most unreal feeling. You sit there, and it's like, this hasn't really happened. It is just the strangest feeling. It's great.
The disbelief is starting to wear off here. Celebrating reality is setting in. And now one doesn't risk tempting fate by admitting that this hope was there from the very beginning.
We knew we were going to be good, and we knew we had a chance to go to state. And we just worked really hard to make it there, and our dream came true.
I guess we're just crying because we're so happy. It's kind of sad that we have to leave, but this is so great. I wouldn't give this up for anything.
Every year you go into a season, you dream of something like this. And I feel like I have a lot of years of coaching ahead of me. And so there are going to be more chances for me and for Mr. Knust. But for these high school kids, and especially the seniors, it's a once-in-a-lifetime shot at it. And that's why I'm so proud that this is the year that was, not the year that could have been.
The 1988 Class B.
And, of course, we've got those highlights. Let's pick it up early. Brookings jumped on top early and stayed there. Dolphins board here. Morris Peterson down at the tail end of the break.